Alright, what is good my traders? It's your boy Daniel FX here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing another weekly breakdown video. We're going to keep them coming each and every week, and let's just see how it goes, innit? So as per usual, always starting off on DXY, the dollar index. I'm going to move myself down here into a little corner and we'll begin the analysis. So again, I'm going to keep saying this, I'm going to keep reiterating this point because it's so vital, especially if you're a new trader. I really want to emphasize, always be starting your analysis on DXY. The dollar index is so crucial for figuring out overall directional bias. Now you can see that last week, if you paid attention and you watched my last week's weekly breakdown video, I was anticipating price to come up here and fill out this little inefficiency that was previously left in the market. Now at the time, price looked incredibly bullish. We had a small little retracement, but it looked good to get a continuation move. Now you can see that last week what we actually ended up doing was we actually ended up consolidating and holding at the same kind of crucial level. We didn't really go up, we didn't really go down, it's more of a sideways consolidation movement. Now on a lower time frame, price actually began to form some bearish counter trend price action. We formed a level in the market where price failed to break above. We low-key kind of did break above it. I guess you can consider the wicks a break above, but I class them as more of a rejection. Now I'm still not bearish on DXY. I still think we're bullish, and I still think we're very much going to come and do exactly what I said, which is fill out this inefficiency back up here. But I just think it's going to take a little bit longer than initially anticipated. Now moving into next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I believe we could open up and see a slight pullback, a retracement back down to these lows right here at like 104 flat, maybe even a little bit lower at 103,800 flat, sort of general region. But overall, I am expecting the end of next week to end back up here and to come and take out some of these structural highs. Now, there is a bit of fundamental news coming out next week, but again, can't really predict the news. I'm not a fundamental trader. I don't look at the economics. I'm not an analyst to that extent. So I'm simply going to be reacting to price action, but my overall direction bias would be still bullish for the dollar, which once again would mean bearish price action for the indices. Now taking a look right here at US30, you can see that last week we had a bit of a bearish move, so kind of did play out from my analysis. Again, I was looking to target way down here, and we did come down and overall end up projecting these little structural lows down here. And this is why it's so important to, yes, you should have a directional bias, yes, you should forecast a week, you should know where you want price to go, but you shouldn't be incredibly rigid in your prediction. You shouldn't be incredibly rigid in your analysis to the extent that price is blatantly telling you that it doesn't want to do something or it does want to do something. You should always react to the current price action, the current behavior of the market. So even though I did want to see these lows get taken out, at the time I saw price was failing to break those lows, and I simply did not decide to trade. Now, if you were actually on the Learn and Earn or you were on the live sessions, you know that last week we ended up taking 2 trades. We had this beautiful short movement right here that was taken live on one session. Stop loss was actually much wider than that for various reasons, but we took that trade, and I also took this one towards the end of the week, which is Thursday. Now this right here should have actually been a much wider TP back down here at this liquidity, sell side liquidity, but I ended up taking profit early because I saw an accumulation and price didn't look good, and you can see that I was clearly right in doing what I done. But anyways, it's not a trade breakdown, so let's continue the overall analysis. So you can see price is currently in the midst of retracing, and it looks like we're coming out to fill out some of these structural gaps right here. You could consider this an FVG, you could consider this already filled if you think that's 50%. It really depends on who you ask, but just purely looking at a market structural point of view, price is in the process of pulling back to a key area, previous structural point, and I'm willing to bet that Monday or Tuesday will come and tap into this overall daily order block level right here. Maybe leave a Tuesday retracement, and then Wednesday, the midweek reversal, we're going to begin to sell off and come back down. Now granted, all of this is super dependent on what the dollar does. The dollar is the real wild card in here, and contrary to like previous weeks that I've done these breakdown videos, I'm not super confident in where price is going to go. Now I think overall we're going to go bearish, but if I had to like bet my life on it, it wouldn't be this week, because this week's a little bit, it's hit or miss, isn't it? So we're gonna see. But overall, I think Monday and Tuesday will pull back further. Wednesday will begin the retracement, and then we'll continue to sell off. And overall, we'll end up forming some sort of lower high around this general region. Now, I may decide to trade Monday, Tuesday. I may be looking for longs into that level, or I may just decide to sit out and wait for the Wednesday to see if I can short. But as of now, not really a crazy amount of price action to really be traded, in my opinion. Scaling a little bit further, 1H looks incredibly bullish. We've taken out some of this buy side liquidity. So this could just be an overall like 4H FVG fill right here. We could just be tapping into structural points and may end up getting a retracement a little bit sooner. But yeah, overall, there's not really too much else to be said about US30. It's just at a midpoint, and we kind of have to see what the dollar does. If the dollar continues to consolidate, then US30 should go bearish, because usually a consolidating dollar is still, for some reason, by default, it's a strengthening dollar, which would mean the indices would go short. However, if we do see the dollar actually begin to skyrocket and fill out that inefficiency back up here on the daily time frame, this little inefficiency here, if we see that happen on the dollar, then we should expect some very, very nice bearish price action on US30. Now, taking the same information here to NASDAQ. Now, NASDAQ I haven't really traded at all last week. I was mainly focused on US30. I previously mentioned why that was the case. But you can see NASDAQ's looking much, much more bullish than US30. It actually held a lot better. Now, again, last week on my weekly breakdown, I wanted to see these lows get broken. I wanted to see price come down and close below these structural lows. A nice, clean break of structure on the daily time frame. But we actually ended up holding a lot better around this general region. We ended up rejecting this area. We wicked it and we rolled back bullish. And then you can see on Friday we had a huge bullish candle that just wiped out all the previous week of price action, which to me is indicating that on NASDAQ specifically, we're still overall in a long movement. We're still overall in a buy side market, which means that on NASDAQ, I wouldn't really be looking to short unless DXY fully decided to get up and start taking out structural highs and properly start moving the market. I'm not interested in taking NASDAQ shorts. Now, I may on Monday, Tuesday actually be looking for NASDAQ buys and just simply looking for price to continue up until this region. I would most likely expect, if we are going to be going bearish on NASDAQ, which is looking a little bit less likely, I would see at least, or I'd want to see at least this little order block region, this 4H level get tapped into first and foremost, which gives us a nice, what's that, like a 2,000 pip move up until that level. So there's definitely a little bit of money to be made right there. But again, I feel that price is kind of at a bit of a turning point where we're currently in the process of deciding, do we want to continue this bearish movement? Do we want to come down and break structure? Or are we now going to continue back in the original direction, which has always been long, it's always been buy side. And currently we're just at a bit of a turning point. So I would say NAS is exponentially more bullish. US30 looks more bearish than NAS, but overall currently the indices as of Monday, Tuesday, I would say you're looking for buys. Later on in the week, it may reverse, we may come back on ourselves, but currently it's looking at bullish order flow. It's looking like we're taking out some longs and some buy side liquidity. Do with that information what you will. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not recommending you trade off of this. And by no means is this the cleanest week of price action that we've had. We've definitely had better weeks. Like I said, we're at a turning point right now. If you are trading a little bit more aggressively, you're welcome to go ahead and take longs. If you're trading more conservatively and you want to hold on to your funded account, I'd maybe suggest sitting out a day or two, waiting to see what price action does first and foremost, and then trading based off the data that's made available to you. Now, we could go ahead and look at German 30, but once again, we're continuing to remain stuck in this overall region. This is a bit of an additional confluence that price is looking more bullish this week, because German 30 is now started to print quite a large bullish engulfing candle almost, and we've now actually closed back above this level, which is something that we haven't done in months. So German 30 may start to now see a little bit of price action, a little bit of volume, and maybe we may end up taking a setup on this. But overall, in conclusion, it's buys, my people. Buys until proven otherwise. And that's it. That's all there is to it. No need for further analysis. Again, we're not predicting the market. We're simply reacting to what happens once price action opens up. And that's it for the video. I'm going to cut it short right here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And I'm going to see you in the Learn and Earn on Monday. See you.